Yeah, honestly.
Yo, hold on 1 second, JD. I mean, look, dog. I let you look at your phone before, honestly. But yo, don't be playing stuff, man. I'm not playing around, yo. Don't be doing that when we're in the middle of doing this, yo.
I didn't even hear that, man. I just opened.
You're sitting there looking at Instagram. We're hearing like.
I'm not looking at Instagram.
All right, man. Whatever you're looking at, bro, it's not right. It's disrespectful what we're doing right now.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. So.
I'm a f***ing animal. I'm a f***ing animal.
Say that again. Say that again, JD.
I said I got this chick coming to see me. I want to make this shit quick. Roll it. That's it.
You can bounce right now. If your Uber business for picking up girls starts right now,
Uber business for picking up,
then you put yourself on the clock and go ahead and walk right out of here.
What do you mean picking the Uber business, man? Listen,
you picking somebody up from the airport or something? Is it a timely manner? Or you're afraid they're going to be accosted on the street?
So we're recording now, right?
Yeah, folks, welcome to Behind the Scenes, Complete Animals, Episode 8. And this episode's a very special episode. No, we're exploring a lot of things. We're going to be exploring a lot of things. No particular guests, just us. You're going to get to meet us intimately. My name is DJ Wonder. You can find me at DJ Wonder everywhere. That guy's JD. I don't know if he wants to give out any of his social media because he's so secretive. But who knows? Maybe he'll do it this time. And then over there, the one and only Dex Hobbes has decided to return.
Let's go.
Dex.
Of course.
And you're gonna divulge all of your secrets this week as well, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think I do that all the time, but we'll see.
All right.
Yeah.
Yo,
right.
Dex looking like a real world character, man. Like, what will be San Diego? Which real world will give Dex? Chicago in the summer. Yo,
a real world character like that would be in a great video game, actually, like a Street Fighter of real world. Yo, that honestly, damn, I just gave up game. That was an idea I was gonna have for a T-shirt design. Was like sports. Mortal Kombat, like or Street Fighter, but with real world characters for different seasons. Do you remember the guy's name was Steven? He threw this girl, I think her name was Irene, teddy bear, Seattle season, into the old river, and he went and chased her down. And then she called him, I know you're gay. I know you're gay.
Because you're homosexual, Steven.
You think I'm a homo?
Yes.
He chased her down, opened up her car door, and slapped her in the face.
I hope the door's open.
Bow.
I'm gonna be real with you. I didn't really watch Real World that much. Like growing up, I didn't feel like there was a much buzz. Like you go to school the next day, I didn't really feel people actually caught up and talked about it. So it didn't really glue me in like Jersey Shore did. The impact probably has different eras, I guess, different generation. You reckon out probably like a 5-6 year gap. But yeah, I didn't really like glued into it,
Yeah, man. Let me tell you something.
What do you mean, yeah, man? Like
the original,
kind of like what the fuck am I talking about?
Real
what
world.
What does that yeah man means?
Listen, I feel sorry for your generation that had to go to the water cooler and talk about sexy Sammy and Ronnie getting into a fight. That's all you had to talk about. Listen,
well,
I had real world issues. I had to talk about Puck making fun of Pedro having AIDS. Okay, things like that. I had Tammy and David getting into a fight where he pulled the sheets off of her and she was naked. Him getting kicked out of the house, man. Those are things that I had to talk about.
See, it was during my virgin days. You feel me? When I was watching it, so of course I was kind of impressed by the boldness of that show, all the mixed world you have in there, gay, straight, well, all kinds of races. You would start seeing the biracial couples, all that stuff. But like, still, like, I mean, mixed race couples. It was interesting. But I didn't find the drive to really glue into it for some weird reason. Like, that's the MTV I remembered.
Hey, you know what I remember? I remember how to talk right into that microphone. Maybe you should remember that too, please, for the rest of the episode.
So you're going to keep marketing me as being picked on, looking like a fool every time, right? You already did that in the elevator with some chick I told you.
Hold on. Dexter, I'll get back to you. Hold on. What now?
You already did the same thing. You're throwing jabs at me in front of someone that you don't fuck with me. You're putting more fire to it, bro.
Okay, let me tell you the whole story of what happened.
I'm walking out on my own pace. I didn't stop nobody.
Can I tell you the story of what happened? I have no idea who you know, nor do I care. Getting out of the elevator is very serious situation in this building where we have this studio, okay? It's a serious situation. You get, that door goes ding. You step right outside.
Man,
you step right outside
I'm
as
from
quick
Miami. We're
as
spoiled.
quick as
We
you
do things our
can.
way. Get outta
Listen,
here.
I was getting ready to get off. JD decided to stay on the elevator for some reason. The girl said, "F this, I'm not waiting for him." She got on the elevator on the bottom floor before he even got
It's
off.
all good. She got to the side and I walked out, man.
That's
I wasn't
just
on the
weird.
way.
I'm like, dude, what are you doing? And now you're saying you know who that girl was?
Yeah, I actually know her. I'm not gonna say her fucking name.
No, I don't. But that's just weird, bro.
It was already someone that I don't fuck with like that. She doesn't fuck with me like that's equally. It's like we see each other, we don't say hi to each other, and you're making it just worse, man. It's bad timing. It wasn't your fault. It wasn't your fault. It's me exaggerating. It's like it's more fire. It's just like person already like we're both on the same page, annoyed since middle school, and then like great, bro.
Oh my goodness.
Yo, I'm curious because it's like, how do you expect somebody to just know random people that you might know in the street? Like,
I know,
like,
exactly. It's not his fault. It was like bad timing. It's like, oh, I wish you knew. It's like, dude, it was not the time for you to make that bold comment. Come on, get the fuck out of here.
The elevator door opened and the girl was coming on, and you just stood there like
I didn't
struck and just
no,
didn't get off?
I didn't even like look at her or anything like that. I was just minding my business, walking out my own pace. It wasn't like a big group. She's not like a fucking whale. There was space for her to come in. I get it, the decency of like.
No, I'm just saying. You're saying walking at your own pace. It's an elevator. Like how much
I
of a
walked
pace?
out.
It's a step.
He just wants me to
It's
be
like 2
following
steps
him.
and you're off.
He was on his
Like, I don't-
he was on his Larry David walking fast pace shit. Come on, motherfucker, let's go.
No,
type of
let me
shit.
tell you, there was
Get off
five.
the elevator in
Listen,
New York
Dex,
speed.
there was 5 people lined up to get on the elevator. Basically, only 1 or 2 elevator works at a time here, so you got to kind of like do it. And listen, I usually wouldn't care. The girl got on before he could even get off, so I'm like, oh, this must be serious. They're not playing around downstairs. So I'm like, yo, dog, this building's
Man,
kind of crazy.
only 2
you got to get
people.
off. Let me tell you something. When my parents came here, I waited for my mom to get. I let her come on the elevator first. I'm like, go ahead, mom. Like, ladies first. That's trying to be nice. A woman is on the elevator looking like a big old somebody and said, listen, we don't have time for manners on the elevator. Just get on here. Said that in front of my parents, dog, in this building.
Damn,
you know what I mean?
Hurts.
I hate elevators and
Damn,
buildings, man.
that
Like, I'm
hurts.
upset that I'm actually relocating at some point this month to my new place.
You're
and
blessed.
I'm
no
going to an
elevators.
elevator building.
Yo, that sucks.
And I don't like elevators, man. I just like to just walk in the building and be in my place, and that's it, And I feel like waiting for the community to go up and down and all that stuff is just so annoying. It's just
Here's my take about elevators right in Miami. Let's say you live in a hot city like in the metropolitan where we at right now. Like 90% of the time, you're gonna see people you went out that night, you're gonna see them in the same elevator, and you're like, I don't want to see you. I want to see you in a party scene. You know what I'm saying? What if what if a girl or guy just hooked up with somebody and then they had an awkward one night stand? They see that person. It's just awkward. Like, damn, why do I have to see that?
I will
This is
say
why I
this.
don't like elevators.
What I
just
do
don't like
know-
buildings. I don't like high rise.
What I do know is that I might be using my elevator very not frequently because I found out that my parking spot in the garage is on the same floor that I live on, and I can walk right from my car in through the door to my apartment. So I might have to avoid the elevator every
you're
time.
lucky. That's
it just
winning right there.
takes a grappling hook and a rope, and you swing it on through the window, and you can get right into your apartment. That's how.
That's right.
Ninja style.
No.
It's ninja
yeah,
style.
drip ninja. That's right. DripNinjaClub.com.
Hey, this would be a great time to say welcome to Complete Animals Episode 8. I'm DJ Wonder, that's JD, and that's Dex Hobbes. We said that before, but we really would like to welcome you. We're going to be talking about a lot of stuff. Please subscribe if you haven't, youtube.com/DJ Wonder. That's where you can find all the Complete Animals episodes, or go to Apple Podcasts, go to Spotify, Stitcher, Pandora. Just search Complete Animals. You can listen to the audio version, but we're going to have a lot of visual elements on this episode, so it's great if you could check us out on youtube.com/DJ Wonder and tell a frizzy friend. Last time we had Jasmine Waltz on episode 7. JD, did you like Jasmine?
Yeah, I feel like we think the same weird, crazy way, minus the drugs. But hey, I like that.
Dex Hobbes, she came back to your place after, man. What happened?
This Dex, man, we had a good time. Dex is very.
Oh,
welcome.
nah, we went back with DJ What. Another one of my friends had come over, and we just DJ'd. We just messed around with different music,
Yeah,
and
I figured.
we were playing around, scratching. DJ What was scratching, he was cutting it up. I was cutting. She was playing different music. We were listening to some Van Morrison. Just playing around with different tunes.
Who's
and
Van
stuff.
Morrison again? Does he have a band, that guy, or he's just a solo artist?
Van Morrison's
That's
is
Brown Eyed
he a
Girl,
solo
right?
artist with a band?
I believe he had a band first, but then he went
Yeah.
to a solo artist. But he has a backing band behind him. But
Yeah,
He's
absolutely.
the one that got locked up, like notorious singer from the 70s.
Yeah.
Is it Brown Eye Girl?
Brown Eyed Girl. That's all you need to know. Van Morrison. That's it. Is that the song you guys were playing there,
I think we
Dex?
listened to Moonlighter.
All right. Well, either way, do you think the question I'm asking is, do you think we'll ever see Jasmine Waltz again?
Absolutely. I think she'll be back for sure.
Yeah, she'll definitely be back. She's very supportive. I fuck with her vibe.
I had a lot of ladies hit me up and say they mess with her, man. They like her attitude. So
She's awesome. She's a fun character. She don't give a shit about anything.
All right. Well, check this out, man. Last weekend was a real barn burner for me. I started Friday night. I played Blackbird Ordinary here in Miami, Florida. Once again, you guys should go check that out if you're ever around. I did a 11 to 5 a.m. sizzle set, baby. And then straight from 5 a.m. took an Uber that took about 20 minutes too late into my apartment, ran upstairs, got my bag, and went straight to the airport. I had to catch a 7 a.m. flight to New York City. Once again, New York City. The city that never sleeps. The city that I'll probably never go back to again.
Quick question.
What's up?
Why don't you just bring your bag and just leave it behind the booth?
Well, that's
Why'd you have to go back?
It's a great idea. That's a great idea, JD. Have you ever been to a place called Blackbird? The place I play in that particular club is in the back. A lot of people like to smoke a lot of weed and cigarettes back there and then blow it into my face as I'm DJing. My entire clothes, my entire bag, and everything smells like it for about 2 days afterwards. So guess what I did? Left all the stuff that I wanted to take to New York here, away from any smoke. This is a non-smoking environment. And then I took my clothes off, got a shower, and took those clothes and put them on and went. It didn't smell like smoke except for my book bag. It did smell like like I was a drug dealer going through TSA, but that's fine, man. It's all good.
What was that show on USA with Tony Shalhoub back then?
Monk, dude.
Motherfucker, that's who he is. That's who we need to get on the show.
I'm OCD because I don't want to smell like a degenerate.
I don't know, bro, but damn, it's all good. Just
I don't want to smell like Dex Hobbs' apartment when I went in and he was doing surf and turf and I smelled like crabs for 3 days straight. All right, man.
Bro, this man's a neat freak to the max.
So I did go
Can I
back
ask you a question? I'm asking both questions.
go ahead, man.
Since you're a neat freak, I hope this doesn't affect any. I don't know if whoever you're with, seriously, whatever it is. Do you eat pussy? Since you're a neat freak,
dog, I don't. I only eat the chicken. I don't eat anything.
The chicken.
Listen, man, we don't.
I don't
suck anything. So you need to sit back and relax.
What about toes? You like toes, right?
I'm not a toe fan. I'm not a freak, bro. I'm normal. I'm a normal human. I don't have any kind of like weird tendencies. Don't worry about that. Let me just tell you about the rest of my
DJ Khaled,
weekend. Yeah, I'm like DJ Khaled.
Oh, ain't no damn pussy to fuck.
So Saturday, I played a party. We're going to talk about that in a second. Very special party, near and dear to my heart. But then Saturday night, I played at a place called Freehold, baby. Dex, you know all about Freehold, right?
Oh, yeah. Freehold I love that spot. You played the one in Brooklyn, right?
I played the one in New York, and Dex was playing at the one in Miami,
yes,
right?
That's right. Simultaneously, probably at the same time.
What did you call this DJ Cookies and Cream there? I'm on the phone, JD guy? Is that what you called us?
No, I just saw a bomb-ass quote that was very interesting.
Okay. Great, man. I think one of my goals is to keep JD's attention for an entire podcast. Do you think we could do that, Dex? An entire one?
No.
And I specifically asked him, I said, please, man, just put the phone away into your pocket. You don't have to, don't keep it on your lap because you're going to be you're going to want to look at it every so often. If we could just keep his attention, I think we might be doing something. Maybe the audience would download us more. Or maybe we'd get some more views if we could keep his attention, Dex.
This motherfucker taking shots at me.
I mean, it's an easy target. You know what I'm saying? It's like not really that hard.
All right, listen, that's not what we're trying to do. I know he's got his like spaceman glasses on right now, Johnny Depp style. He's thinking about playing Keith Richards as Pirates of the Caribbean, but it's all good. So Saturday night I played Freehold. Sunday, July 4th, I had my own personal July 4th party, basically a spot called Tailgate in Brooklyn, New York. It was kind of a dope spot. They had fireworks. You could see the fireworks. Had all my friends come through. So that was a fun spot. If you're in New York City, go check out Tailgate. It's a really nice outdoor sports bar. So those are the spots that I played in New York City. But let's talk about the hotel I stayed in, dude. Never again. I don't even really want to say what
sheets
this.
had cum stains,
dude.
Did you put the blue light? Did you put the blue light?
I did not want. I didn't
was
have
it
to.
In Brooklyn or was it?
It was in Brooklyn because all my gigs were in Brooklyn, so that's where I wanted to stay. Never again. I didn't have to put the blue light because the floor had a stain on it that looked like it was black. So it looked like it could be blood, but it was in a bodily fluid kind of a pattern, man, on the floor.
They were like eel sauce dipped on the floor, type of oily, greasy.
Yes, it looked disgusting. But that's not even it. The room was actually nice. It was like exposed brick. It's so great. That's what everybody liked in the reviews. It's exposed brick and high ceilings.
Brick.
Let me tell you about outside. First off, I go. It's on Atlantic Avenue. It's on a highway basically. There's no separation between the sidewalk and the hotel and the highway. You got about 5 feet between a car hitting you. I go inside. It's a pretty young lady working there. I don't know if she was Guyanese or Indian.
Oh, your type, huh?
Yeah, and she was sitting there. So I'm like, okay, let me. You know what? Maybe I had my mask on, so she couldn't quite see the whole beautiful face here. But I'm like, let me charm her, man. It's around 11 a.m. in the morning. Maybe she'll give me a room. I don't have to wait till 3 p.m. I'm like, hey, what's up? Could I check in? Just to see if there's anything available. She didn't even look. She's like, check-in's at 3 p.m. and went back to looking like you, JD, looking at your phone. Basically, she was as amused with me as you are. And then I was like, oh, do you have anything right now? She's like, well, at 12 o'clock you can pay $50 to check in early. I'm like, what? I'm like, can you just check? She's like, no, we don't have anything. Try to come back. I'm like, okay, is there parking anywhere around? She's like, you can park on the street or you can park behind the hotel. I don't know. And I'm like, yo, this hotel sucks. I literally said that to her. And I felt bad about saying that because usually I don't like to be like that to workers. But I said that, and then I walked out.
Man, you're a Scorpio. You could be an asshole.
Yeah.
Just be real.
I came back eventually. And before I walked in the hotel, there was a woman. I guess she could be considered a crackhead. And I'll tell you why. I don't want to be loose with that term and be a weirdo about that, about calling people things and be a little meanie. But the reason why I call her a crackhead is because so she was smoking crack and her pants were down below her butt cheeks. So her butt cheeks were out. She was smoking a glass pipe. I can only imagine that was crack. And that was right in front of the hotel.
Did she take a shit too in the little thermos?
I mean, once the crack kicks in, I'm sure the guts start rumbling, and maybe that's just what happens. I don't know.
Nah, I don't think that happens.
Yeah,
so more driven.
That's where I stayed. Never again. It's in Brooklyn. The place is called, I don't want to say it, but let's just say the word Brooklyn is in the hotel title, okay? That's all I got to say. You don't want to stay there. And now let's talk about the real party that I played. Dex, are you ready for this one?
Yeah.
I kind of told you about this party earlier.
Yes.
It was called a Grunch, baby. This is a party we've been doing in New York City for several years. It's the only grunge, 90s alternative, all kinds of new metal brunch party. So we call it Grunch, grunge and brunch together. Started with Big Vic and then another one of my partners by the name of Alanna Raben. And guess what? She's with us right now. Alanna, what's up?
What's up?
Oh, there she is. Fellas, say hi to Alanna.
Hi, Alanna.
Hi, Alanna.
Hey, don't get too excited.
I know,
yeah.
man. Look at these guys. Usually they're excited to talk to females here, but I don't know. Alana, maybe you're not doing it for them. Come on, show them a little leg.
A nice checkered shirt,
That's because JD can't try to creep on her after the show is over.
Yeah, JD
She
knows.
gets to sign off and just walk away from her computer.
Hey, I'm talking to someone. I'm happy. I'm in a happy
Okay,
place.
JD knows. JD knows that there's no chance of him Horace Pinkering his way through this screen. Shocker, no more Mr. Nice Guy style to come strangle you.
Shot before I pull a Hank Moody on her.
Okay, yeah. Let's talk about.
I heard everything while I was on mute, so.
Oh, did you? Was there anything that you took interest in that we talked about, or have you kind of characterized any of us by hearing our conversation?
I was a little disinterested by the chicken, but I'm not going to touch that subject.
The chicken? Which part? Which
Eating
chicken?
chicken.
Oh, ooh, yucky.
You be eating raw cutlets?
Eating chicken. Oh, eating chicken.
Yeah, we don't
Never heard that before. That's funny.
Listen, I'm a good boy. Remember, we don't talk about such things, right, Alana? We don't talk about these things.
We don't do that.
Eric sounds like a fucking televangelist.
That's
televangelist.
unladylike. So listen, let's talk about Grunch. Tell the people what exactly it is and why it was started, how it came together.
I mean, you kind of touched on it. We're like a 90s grunge brunch. It's grunge meets brunch. It kind of just started that I would just start playing all the shit that I want to hear, like at 2 a.m., 3 a.m., have a couple drinks and people are having a good time. And then I noticed people are vibing with it. And we're like, dude, like we should make this a party. Let's make it a daytime party. I'm sick of going to these like millennial brunches where it's like glasses of rosé and like corny music. So we're like, dude, let's brunch it up and make it grungy. So it kind of, both parties met.
Not that Lavo brunch on Saturdays in NYC, that blackout indoor. Yeah, hell no, right? Nah.
That's not me. Nope.
Yeah. Nah,
I mean,
it was fun back in 2014.
We black
15.
out, baby, but not on a little Avicii. We black out on the grunge music.
They still
right?
play Avicii at Lavo?
I just made that up. I don't know. What do you think the hardest part of trying to get people to come out to these parties has been, Alanna?
Me? I don't know. Some people are a little like, oh, well, I don't like new metal or I don't like this. It's like, well, dude, we play everything. Like it started off as just grunge, but like we literally play everything. It's like the Lollapalooza of the 90s. So I feel like there's something for everyone there to like have a good time.
All right, let me tell you about me and Alanna, and I guess Vic wasn't really a part of this, our other partner, but trying to put together this thing called Grunch Stock about 2 years ago, because it wasn't during the pandemic, it was the year before, and we were commemorating the 99 Woodstock 99. JD, do you remember Woodstock 99? Anything about that?
No.
You don't remember Limp Bizkit playing and people groping girls and fires being set and scaffoldings getting torn down? You don't remember?
1999.
Yeah, baby.
Woodstock
Whoa.
99.
Alana, what just happened to you? Get away from the camera. You're looking crazy. Sit down.
Now I want to listen to that
Showing
Prince
off
song.
my 99 necklace.
Oh, you're showing your necklace off. I'm sorry. I didn't know what was happening there. Yeah, so tell the folks what we went through and who was almost involved and who was actually involved in that grunge stock.
Did you lose
I mean,
your
Grunch
virginity?
Talk
that
was
night?
a shit show, but in the best way possible. We got Jesse Camp, like our beloved MTV VJ, to come out and fly from LA.
Do either of you guys know who Jesse Camp is? Dex, do you know who Jesse Camp is?
I don't remember. And it's funny because I watched MTV all the time during those age. I just don't remember.
I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna be real with you guys. I didn't speak English in '99. I was living in Haiti.
In 99?
I moved to America.
Don't do it.
I moved to America.
Hold on.
August 19.
Dex, do not start making
2001.
those jokes. I don't.
He can. And I'll go back at it with him. In 1999, I didn't speak a word in English. I moved to America August 19th, 2001. And I learned English a couple months after. So, yeah, of course, I remember TRL. I didn't really grow up in that kind of culture.
Wait, hold on a second. You said you learned English in a couple months?
Yeah, bro.
That is the most
quick. Just quick, like cool 4 or 5 months, man.
And
He's like a
just-
Rosetta Stone master.
You just in three, like how many months? 2, 3? It's like it took you 2 or 3.
A good half a year.
Shit.
Approaching
All right.
2002.
I'm gonna start studying in 2 or 3 months. If you could, I learn Spanish in 3 months. I would be a king in.
Well, I
Miami.
learned Spanish because I spoke French, so the context clues were just easy.
Okay, let's get back to Jesse Camp. So, folks, MTV in '98 and '99 they had "Want to Be a VJ," "Want to Be a VJ 2" search. He was the original winner of the MTV "Want to Be a VJ," right? In '98, I believe. Mm-hmm. It was him, him and a guy named Dave Holmes who ended up working for MTV, and now he does stuff for a bunch of networks. And I actually did a lot more than I think Jesse. Jesse ended up being a videographer for like TMZ and a couple other things later on in his career. But he was an amazing VJ, very tall dude. He had his own album and everything else. So how did you hook up with him, Alanna, to get him to this event?
I mean, I'm kind of crazy. I believe anything happens. So naturally, I just like slid into the DMs. I'm like, yo, what's up? I do this party. I tagged the party. He's like, oh, I heard about that. I'm like, what? So we heard about it from your friend Garnett from Struther.
Okay. Yeah, man.
So I guess he was like seeing the grunge on his feed and he was like, I'm totally down. You don't have to pay for anything. Just get my flight. I have a place to stay and I just want to party with you guys. I'm like, all right. So we just had to pay for his flight and he came out and he fucking killed it. He was so good.
All right, but leading up to that, also we almost had Fred Durst of Limp Bizkit, aka he's the mascot of our party, basically. And how did that happen, Alanna?
It's a touchy subject.
Let him know.
We almost had him. You know, he likes all of our memes. He's very vocal on our account. So I reached out and he was like, here's my email. And then he's like, I'm super into this, yada, yada. Let me know the dates. Let me know this. And then I didn't hear back.
He ghosted us, basically. And you can check us out, Grunch Rules on Instagram, Grunch Rules. So many interesting memes on there. Alanna is the mastermind behind all of that. Grunch Rules. It's like celebrity known. Everybody on there. We do Mark McGrath Mondays, Fred Durst Fridays. Any other days that we do?
So
We do a little Scott Stop Sunday action.
Scott
but
Stop Sundays from Creed.
Yeah.
Nice.
So this kind of party, to my assuming, it's catered to someone in the late 30s, early 40s, mid 40s, right?
No.
The culture you guys are pushing, that's what I feel like it caters to. I like old school shit, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, we love old school stuff too, but guess what? Every girl right now, if I could go outside, dresses like
Everything's like Y2K vibe, 90s vibe. It's like very,
their,
like a big
their
trend.
character in Daria, basically. That's how everybody dresses now.
No, I'm all for that. You know me.
That's
I
how
like
everybody
old school
dresses
shit.
where? In New York?
In New York, and also if like the current trends in any of these like H&M or Zara
Yeah,
stores,
90s is really back,
90s,
obviously.
it never left.
This is whole 90s.
So we get obviously we get people who live through it and love the music, but we also get a lot of new people who are just kind of discovering it as well. Would you say, Alanna?
I would say, yeah, for sure.
All right.
I'm just curious if Fred like memed us back by like saying he's into it and then just not answering.
Yeah, that sounds like a classic Durst maneuver right there, ghosting us. What's the next move for the party in general? We want to get one started in Miami. DJ Kaz, who's been a guest on the show, had shown interest in kind of helping us get that together. So that would be a dope city to do it in Miami. Where else would you like to do it? Los Angeles, maybe?
Definitely LA, definitely Austin, Seattle, Portland wants us. I mean,
Yeah,
we
that's
get
definitely a
DM'd
crowd.
all the
Seattle
time
is
asking like where we're
definitely-
gonna have it next. So
Seattle,
I think
yeah.
Grunch is ready to go on tour.
All right, I'm ready to go on tour too.
Seattle's a great place, but it's not.
Have you ever been to?
It's like Seattle. It's like, this place is amazing. Everyone here wants to die. Okay, all right.
Yeah, right.
That's how you get it.
The
That's how it is.
weather.
I have family in Seattle. My ex is from Seattle. The mother of my children is from Seattle. And then like I never understood her attitude. We used to live in Brooklyn, and I was like, wow, you're like really different. And then I went back to Seattle to go visit family and go back and forth. And I'm like, wow, this place is, yeah, it's like
I always have fun when I go there. Sugar Hill, Q nightclub.
Sugar Hill is
please,
dope.
Please book me again, guys. Please.
Shout out to my buddy. He Plug Seattle. I got vintage tees. That's where I got my throwback Seattle Supersonics warm up shirt from 1972. I bought it at a place called Flea Hawks, and Plug Seattle was in the back doing it in Sugar Hill. Mm-hmm. He was doing it in the back. And that was the best thing about going there, because I actually went to go see a DJ that was playing it at night, and he was so bad. And I was just like, oh my God.
Speaking of Seattle, actually it would be nice to get a vintage A-Rod jersey and a Ken Griffey Jr. jersey from the Seattle.
All right,
Mariners.
well,
hit up Plug Seattle.
Hey, Dex, go ahead. Speak right to the camera. Do what you do best.
Hit up Plug Seattle. Okay, he does the vintage tees and throwback gear, and you might be able to get your Ken Griffey or throwback
I need a Ken
A-Rod
Griffey.
merch
Nice.
from him.
Alana, did you see when I went there? I went to go pay homage to
I did. You
Kurt
see what's
Cobain's
up to
house.
Kurt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that. It was raining, you freaking depressive fuck you.
I mean, perfect weather for that.
It was perfect weather, and I kind of felt the spirit, man. Like literally, there's a bench that everybody put like writes on and put stickers on, like right outside of his house, and man, you just sit there for a second and you have feelings of wanting to harm yourself, but it's not that. It's not too bad.
I feel like that I feel like that genre died with him once he died.
I mean, it definitely kind of did. It morphed into something else. It morphed into kind of a new metal, like maybe like 3 or 4 years later. But in between grunge and new metal, there was a little something that was happening called rap rock. And one of the pioneers of that was a group called Sugar Ray. Alana, you want to talk about that?
God, Sugar Ray.
Sugar Ray. We got to listen to
Ray's
Sugar Ray
poppin'.
once a day, baby. Right?
Icons, baby. We started off with Mark McGrath Monday, our new homie, our new mascot. We just interviewed him.
All right.
Yeah, Mark
so
McGrath.
that's basically what Alana's here to talk about. We have a brand new podcast. Grunch Rules is going to have a podcast, and our first guest is going to be Mark McGrath. I kind of talked about this with you guys before, but now it's officially coming out. And Alana, actually, I have a clip if you want to.
Is she the one that won the bidding?
Yeah. Oh, well, first off, before I play this, Alana, talk about how this interview even came to be.
Well, I said I believe in miracles, so he posted up on his story that he was doing this Zoom chat for charity, like a 15-minute chat. So naturally, all my friends sent it to me. They're like, dude, you have to get on this. So I started bidding on eBay. Long story short, won the bid. And I think he was expecting just like some freak fan to be like, oh my God, it's Sugar Ray. But he walked into a full-blown interview with me and wonder. It was like Nardwar meets like behind the music, but it was so sick. Like, he's one of the coolest most humble guys like I've ever spoken to.
All right. Well, let's check out actually a piece of the interview and see what you guys think about that. This is us talking to the one and only Mark McGrath.
It's their dream blunt rotation. So who would your dream blunt rotation be?
Boy, you guys need to dream a little higher over there, Grunch. I appreciate the irony and the fun you guys are having. I think Tommy Lee is part of that picture. If I'm
He's
not
in there as
mistaken.
well, yes.
So there's another, if you want to make almost a quad,
Not mad at that.
a quad pass. My dream blunt rotation. I don't smoke weed. I'll qualify it with that because my throat chokes. I have a psychosomatic reaction. And all I do is ask people, how quickly can you take me to the hospital? And they're like, dude, you're just high. Relax.
That's why I don't smoke weed.
If I'm smoking, my bud trifecta would be Bob Marley, okay, because I'm making him live or I'm living or not. It'd be Bob Marley, and then maybe someone who would be very philosophical and cool and kind of interesting to talk to. I might have to go like Socrates on that. I'm going big. I mean, because the likelihood of Chino and Fred Durst and I passing a blunt is probably as likely as Bob Marley and Socrates and Mark McGrath passing a blunt. And I love Chino and I love Fred, and I'm proud to say we're still friends after all these years. But I don't think Fred's a big weed smoker, and I don't think Chino was really into that. So, are you guys into big weed?
Yeah, are we in the big weed, Alanna? Are you in the big weed?
I'm not into big weed. I'm just like a big whiskey drinker. So
Of course, I knew it. I just knew it.
None of us are really into weed, man.
That's interesting. None of you.
I don't smoke weed, so I'll make a long story short. I tried weed when I was about 13 years old, had a major panic attack, and that was it. I'm still traumatized to this day. And I wish I could smoke weed. I like the smell. I'm all for it. It's amazing.
Everyone that's ever smoked weed has had a moment where they thought they would have to go to a
something taking
hospital.
over me, and I can't.
Like, it's just part of it, You always have that one panic attack, and then you do it again.
For
and
me
again,
and
again, and then 15
for
years
me
later,
to
you're doing
try
it again.
I gotta be so unconscious. I gotta be drinking. What's the point?
Hey, Alanna, if you want to take advantage of somebody, this guy right here, he's got to be unconscious.
Don't do that. Some girl shotgun weed in my mouth once, and I fucking lost it. She's like, "You're gonna hate me," and she blew it down my throat. It was too late.
what?
Fuck you.
She blew what down your throat?
She shotgunned it straight down to my throat.
Yeah.
And then I had her drive my car to CVS, and everything was in slow motion.
What did you get, an anti-weed pen or something? Would you?
No.
Did you have to get
What type of car was it?
I think at the time, what car did I have?
JD drove?
That's what I was like.
Oh my goodness. What a day. All right.
Last time I drove was in 2017. I almost lost my life. I got in a bad car accident. I had a lot of karma. I did some fucked up shit in my life before, and this is why I don't want to drive anymore. So if everybody asks, yes, I
So
can
you had a
afford
bad car accident, so you never drove again.
I don't care, and I can afford a car. I don't want a car.
Okay.
So no.
Well, Alanna, sorry you had to hear all of that.
Hey man, we're just getting very deep. We're diving in. That's what Mark McGrath does.
I know. And so if people want to see this full interview, and maybe it'll spark some kind of emotional reaction inside of them like it did with JD, where can they find it at?
You can find it at grunchrules.com, and then we're going to throw it up on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. It's going to be on all our channels, but just check our Instagram, Grunch Rules.
All right, so today's Friday. Hopefully by Monday, that's where you can find it, grunchrules.com, right, Alanna?
And a hashtag Mark McGrath Monday, baby.
All right, so give people your Instagram. Tell people where they can find Grunch Rules Instagram, and anything else you want to say to the folks here at Complete Animals.
Yeah, I mean, you can find me. I'm That's So Raben, but my Instagram is Alanna Raben.
Great, you got the
ALA.
soundtrack in my head now. That's so Raven.
Yeah, I mean, as you can tell, I'm a nostalgia freak, so you can find me at at Alanna Raben, and Grunch is Grunch Rules, and that's about it. I'll be in Miami soon, and we'll keep it going.
What's your sign?
I'm a Cancer.
Oh yeah, you be in your feelings.
You know it.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Alanna. Appreciate you. And we'll be looking out for the old Mark McGrath interview. All right.
All right. I'll see y'all soon.
Arrivederci. That was a DJ That's So Raben. You can find her in New York City, all over the world, man. Great girl. And I really love doing that party. You guys should check that out. If we happen to come to your town, or if you want to come to New York City, just check out her Instagram or my Instagram. Will let you know when the next party's going to be, man. All right, JD, you ready to move your head? Because you got to watch out for those walls to close in, baby. Bong, bong, boogle. There they go. I mean, we don't have a guest. I mean, Dex is part of the show now, basically. We don't have a guest. this week. This week is all about us.
Well,
And-
how about this? How about this be my last guest spot?
Oh, well, you're not. I
I'm
mean,
just
you're
kidding.
basically part.
I know.
You're part of the Complete Animals. As much as JD doesn't want you to be, you're part of it.
No,
right
I know
now.
it. JD doesn't want me to be because I talk shit about JD. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna be nice, bro.
We don't want the dark skin, light skin rivalry. You know
Listen,
what I mean?
bro.
I'm Steph Curry. He's LeBron. You feel me?
Well, I think it's a great dynamic. Salt and pepper over here. Real quick, tonight I'm at the one and only place we like to call the Sylvester, where Dex he's not a guest there either now. He's a member of the Sylvester, I guess.
That's right.
All right.
Shit's low key
That's
depressing,
right.
but I like it.
Yeah,
I love the Sylvester,
I love it,
man.
man. I get to play what I like. You get to play anything from The Cure to like Britney Spears. Why
can
not?
play anything.
It's really dope spot. Come check us out tonight. Tomorrow I'm at a spot called Baby Jane. Now this is very sexy. This is where like the most wealthy like Cubans who live in the Brickell area decide to come through and get drinks. So if you're looking for a baby dada, come on down there. Baby Jane in Brickell in Miami. I'll be there Saturday night tomorrow. And then speaking of being in Miami, check this out, man. I had a young lady who I know via Instagram. Never met her in real life, right? Never met her, but we DM all the time. She answers right away usually when I hit her up and will like my pictures, leave comments on my pictures that I don't even ask for. I'm just like, it's all good. Listen, I saw she was going to be in Miami, and I DM'd her. Like, maybe she would be dope to come on the show. I asked her to come on the show. No response.
Oh, I got a whole.
Now, let me tell you something. What happens when young ladies come to Miami and I know what happens. You know what it is? They must be with somebody else or something, and they want to keep your relationship that they have with you via online, but they can't mess it up by seeing you in person and you seeing them with a dude or something like that. I don't know what it is. I got ghosted, my friend. Has that ever happened to you guys?
I mean, I think that's the Miami thing is like you gotta basically it's like a spinning plates thing. You know, they gotta make sure they don't have a bad trip or whatever. So what they do is they have a couple people interested and they kind of like keep them spinning and then make sure that their main thing don't fall through. And if their main thing falls through, they just ghost everybody else. You get what I'm saying? I mean, that's pretty much what they do to us. We do to them. You know what I mean?
I know that happens to JD. And listen, have either of you guys you've gone into another city and you know you have somebody there, but you are vacationing with like a new boo thing, or maybe your girlfriend in general, and you're going to a new city and you kind of have to like duck and dive because they're gonna see your stories
That's too much work,
and know you're there.
Yeah,
right?
that's too much work. That's too much work. If I'm going to another city with someone, we're just gonna have a good time while we're out there. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much it.
Just
you
be
know what I mean?
direct. You know what I mean? Just know where you stand with them.
I mean, I'm not. How about not your girlfriend? Maybe it's just like a new relationship, and you guys are taking a trip together, but you still want to keep that other thing intact. That's never happened to you?
Or you have to make a second trip.
Well, we have two different personalities.
That's true.
I'm just bold with them and let them know what's up. So
Wait, hold on a second. Was that a jab, low key?
No,
He said
no,
we have
no,
two
no,
different
no, no, no.
personalities. You see,
No,
I'm
no,
just
it's
bold.
just-
I let
it's
them know
just-
what's up
No, I don't
because he's
mean-
a bitch. That's all I heard just now.
that's not what I mean.
That's all I heard just
That's what
now.
I mean is just like I just like to
You
be
taking
just,
jabs,
I just like to
JD.
be straight to the point with it. That's it.
Oh, I feel you.
But of course, we all taking L's as men. Of course, we've ghosted women. Women ghosted us. You know, like for example, my boy. What happened to him the other day? This girl told me she was coming to town on this specific day, right? And then he went out. He saw her out at the club with this dude. And I guess she was like, she saw him. You know, she don't want to look stupid. She played it cool. She's like, yeah, I was supposed to see you on that day. That's what I meant. I was still in town though, but this is the day I'm coming in town for you.
Y'all just reminding me of all the shit that pissed me off. Now I think about it. Women in Miami. I think Miami. There's like
No, if a girl's coming to Miami,
it's just
period.
annoying. It's just that women. I just think women nowadays are fucking annoying. Like not all of them, but a good amount are annoying, and it's just ridiculous. And you know what? I blame social media. And you know what? I think that we lost some of our grip in society as men, and I don't give a fuck, but I'm gonna lead the charge to take that shit back. And that's why you should follow the Church Misogyny on Instagram. You know what I'm saying? And follow all the future memes.
This is how you gotta look at it.
Hold
If
on.
she's
What is
young-
wait? What's the Church of Misogyny?
It is the funniest.
Future
It is the
based.
funniest account on Instagram. Okay, I'm not saying I'm some type of misogynist, but it says things that are so true about the relationship between men and women that we share nowadays that it's like I can go on my phone right now. You cut to JD, okay, and you talk to him for a second, and I'm gonna find myself a future meme, and I'm gonna read it on this show in about 30 seconds.
All right.
This is
go
how I
ahead.
look at it. Just keep it an open relationship with these chicks, man. Just be so open, and then you don't have to worry about that sneaky shit. But this is how I look at it. if she's in her early 20s up to 25, 26, don't take her serious, man. She's shopping. She's shopping for vibes. And that's the same way for everybody. So I don't see nothing wrong with that. Now, if she's,
for vibes.
yeah, women shop for vibes. They're just texting everybody, just like we do. You think it's Friday night and I'm going to make plans with this chick? I'm going to put all my eggs in one basket? No. The fuck no.
All right.
Like, what is this, 1970? Oh, my God, Cindy, we have this date at the diner. No. These bitches are 10 times ahead of us. Play the game fair with them.
Well, I won't take it personal. You know who you are. I won't take it personal. Maybe I'll invite you back. Maybe I won't. Who knows? JD, should I invite her back? What do you think? Or is it a
I don't
wrap?
know what you're talking about. But, yeah, you should just... I think you need to stop being cold, man.
This actual meme actually made me think of JD. Listen to this.
Okay.
Focus on the 3 F's: fitness, finance, and freedom. And then shorties will focus on you.
But guess what? I am focused on my finance. People don't know that. I like to show on the gram that I'm always partying, but I got my shit together. I'm working. I'm doing good for myself. Fitness, yeah, I do about push-ups. I could do better with the fitness, get my abs back and shit. But I'm doing good. I just think you just judging me off my social media. I do that on purpose. I want you to think that I ain't shit.
Okay.
I'm a loser.
All right, let me ask you. Listen to this next one.
My goodness.
Men cheat to save relationships. Shorties cheat to end them. Few will understand this. What do you think about that?
I believe, listen, I'm a firm believer of that. If she cheated, yo, it's over. It's different, man. We can just fuck a chick and get over with, and then just, it's out of her system. We're back to the main thing. It's still fucked up, but it's acceptable, as sexist as it sounds. But a woman, man, when she goes that route, it's a wrap, man. It's a wrap.
Dex, give us one more.
Okay. If you're overthinking a shorty's
You don't
text,
like what I just said?
Hey, JD, first off, don't ever slap me again. Second off, yeah, it was great, man. I like it. I love the way you're reacting to these. So why don't you react to the next one?
okay, the next one is, if you're overthinking a shorty's text, it means you're not talking to enough shorties. What do you think about that one?
Nah, I just think it's an ego thing. You know, it's normal. It's a man thing. So yeah, it is fucking with you. Women can get to us.
Okay,
but it is right. It is right. I think you need to keep that basket open.
Okay.
Keep the wheel greased real well.
All right. What about this one? Her love is always conditional.
Fuck that. I mean, break it down more. Like,
It's always
dumb it down.
conditional. You know, they say that. Who was it? Chris Rock that said that women, children, and dogs get unconditional love. Men do not. And Chris Rock said it best. When your boy asks you, if you said to your boy, yo, I'm dating this chick, and Chris Rock said this, what is your boy gonna say to you? Word, that's dope. What she look like, man? You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If a girl says to her homegirl, yo, I'm dating this dude, what's her friend gonna say? What does he do?
Yeah, how much money does he make? What's he do?
True.
That's great. Chris Rock has a lot of great
Chris
quotes.
Rock is a man.
One of my mottos that he said, men are only as faithful as their options. My mantra by Chris Rock. Hey, JD, man, did you notice how quick Dex jumped into his phone? And like, he seems to be on his phone almost as much as you, but he's a little more respectful of the show, but he's on his phone a lot.
My phone's not even between my legs on the side.
I just went to go check the memes to talk about on the show.
Oh, okay,
you know
so
what I'm saying? Like, I was trying to grab some of the reference.
have you noticed that at all, JD, about Dex
Listen,
and his
man,
phone?
Enough bullying me today.
No,
okay?
it's not you, because I want to show you a little something on the screen right here. Dex, is there something you want to kind of like talk to us about, man? I noticed some stories that you wrote on your Instagram.
Okay.
And it's like you're doing a bunch of subliminals. Why don't you just be direct? Let me read something that Dex decided to put on his Instagram here. Sometimes, hold on, JD, let me try to get in the mood here. Sometimes I feel like I exist to create for others. I don't get what I really want, no matter how hard I try. But my efforts provide those things to everyone around me. That's okay. We all have a place on this earth for a reason. I continue to respect my place and play my part. If you are happy, that's all that matters. I will always give myself so that you can grow. My heart is a garden. Once the flowers bloom, pick them, pot them, place them in the home inside of you. My love to see you grow is what keeps me alive. Dexter, explain what is happening here. What is this, Dexter?
Okay, so basically, people ain't shit, okay? And basically, that is me.
Yeah, that's you. What, man? Explain
I just sort of...
explain it.
Okay, no, what I'm saying is that... no, I was just, that was... I'm a Gemini. That was like a little mini Kanye West meltdown moment I had in the shower. And I got out. And I was just
from
like,
that fucking
yo,
song.
dude, I just, I spent a lot of time alone by choice. And I was just, thinking about, family members. I was thinking about, friends. I was thinking about, some of the efforts that I've put towards, doing things with other people. And, in this recent time, there's been a lot of success. I mean, there's always been success, but there's like been more things happening. And it's funny because there was less people around. And then what it made me think of is, how am I doing so much more right now? And there's less people around me. And then I started reevaluating the people I've kept around me for the last 4, 5, 6 years. And, some people don't see certain gestures as being anything of meaning, but I definitely pick up on certain things and I take note. And I just have a brain where my memory is phenomenal. You know what I'm saying?
Summarize it.
I'm just saying. You
wind this guy up, and he just goes and goes.
No, because I had a list of people. I was like 10 and 12 people.
I need you to say exactly what happened at that moment you decided to write that. Who did you wrong? Who did you dirty? Was it a woman or a family member?
Family member.
Okay, then we don't got to talk about it. That's fine.
It was family member.
Dex, I saw that. Listen, man, we'll never leave you like that, man. We'll be around here for you, right, JD?
If women do me wrong, to be honest with you, I can care less, because at the end of the day, it's like, you have your spinning plates, and in reality is that there's so much shit that has to be done that I work on. The second someone pisses me off, I just go back to work, because I'm like, I don't got time to think about whatever, and I'll just come back to it. I'm a Gemini. I'm a little nutty sometimes. Like, for me, I'm the type of person where, like, if something happens to me, I don't get angered in the moment. I just put it aside and be like, you know what, fuck it, that's whack.
You're a fucking air sign.
And then what ends up happening, it comes up like weeks later. And I'm like, this fucking
an air
bitch.
sign. He sounds like a shooter at the post office or something like that.
I'm gonna go postal.
Man?
No. I'm not violent, but I don't start fights, start confrontation, but I can end them.
Okay, great. So listen, things like this is why we don't have a guest this week. You guys are getting to know the Complete Animals. This is our Zen episode. We're like LeBron James with his Calm app. That's us. We are LeBron James right now, reading one page of a book and meditating.
He's behind that bullshit.
He gets paid from it. He's not behind it. Listen, man. You were just vulnerable. I really appreciate that. I'll be vulnerable too. Okay. Let me talk about my little inadequacies that I think I have. Things I need to work on. My insecurities.
Oh yeah, you got them all the time, big time, buddy.
Okay. First off, I'm an only child, and what I lived for. Let me tell you, what I lived for in my youth was being able to connect with other kids, because I didn't have brothers or sisters. I just had my parents, man. And so I would really just go out of my way to try to fit in and make sure people would want to come over and spend the night. Slumber parties were a big deal to me. If you decided that you were going to come over and play Ninja Turtles on the old NES with me, I was like, oh my gosh, somebody actually cares about me. And if you didn't, I felt rejected. What am I doing wrong? And guess what? These feelings, they come up every week for me. You know how they come up? It's when I have to drag JD on the show every week. I have to. He doesn't want to do it. You gotta get over here. You're making me feel like a little fifth grader again, not wanting to come do my slumber party. JD, you have something to say about that?
I can relate to you. I went through that as my childhood too. I never really went to, like, that's where I find my social anxiety kicked in.
Never really went to child?
I have 2 older sisters, but like we so grew up apart. It was just me and my mom. Like, I didn't really, like, till this day, man. I love my sisters to death. We're just not close. So yeah, I do feel like an only child.
Gotcha. So the answer is no. All right, cool.
All right, so you're gonna do something about making me feel bad every time you either want to come on the show or not come on the show about 5 minutes before we start?
I just want to start delivering better on the show. I want to give good content. People know my character, my persona.
Folks, you can help JD. All you have to do is comment below. Just let him know what you'd like to hear more of. Do you want to hear more about his swinging singles kind of stories, or do you want to hear about his financial escapades, which we just learned about this episode? He's a financial leader we didn't even know about. Do you want to hear about that stuff? What do you want to hear about from JD?
He's like Spectacular from
Pretty Ricky.
Like,
Pretty
Ricky. Got a bunch of shit
by the way,
to talk about.
That's my favorite band, actually. I'm from the 305. You know.
Oh my gosh.
Shout
Are you
out
serious?
To Baby Blue.
Didn't they shoot Baby Blue? Like,
no, we saw him at the beach during the pandemic. The guy with the big gold chain.
We did see Baby Blue at the beach.
He got shot though. He did get shot.
Yeah. He got shot. Did he die?
Nah, he's in jail right now. He's serving a sentence. He's talking about he's gonna come back looking like.
What do you mean he's serving a sentence? Did he get shot?
2020 was a bad year for Baby Blue. That's all I got to say. We don't want Big Blue coming down here.
Wait, what happened to Baby
Bro,
Blue?
Blue Stars, that album, I have sex to that album till this day. Damn.
Hey Dex, can you imagine the lady comes over and JD's like, ladies, thank you so much for coming over. Ladies, thank you so much for coming over. Why don't you make yourself comfortable on the pleather couch? I want to make it a little. I want to set the mood. He plugs in the Glade plug-in, so the little nightlight is on, and then so you get a nice little smell as well. You don't want to.
Nah, I got a good candle.
No, you don't.
The little Labo candle.
Can I finish the scenario? You don't want to waste the full Glade plug-in. You want to take it out of the
cheap
wall.
Motherfucker. Why you gotta put Glade
You want to
plug-ins?
take it out of the wall when you leave, and then you plug it back in when you get inside and get that smell started. And then they're sitting there. They're like, okay, I'm kind of feeling the vibe. And then their ears start perking up, and all they hear is 5 a.m.
Nah. You gotta play Juicy. You gotta play
honestly,
Juicy featuring
like,
Static Major.
I feel like living in Miami and a combination of 2020, like fucking to like R&B music is like not what you do anymore. I feel like you either fuck to reggaeton or
pretty Ricky.
you fuck to any reggaeton song if you live in Miami or The Office
The
theme
Bad
song.
Bunny album.
It's like you're watching a Netflix and after the third episode of The Office, you're
The
just
Bad Bunny
smashing.
album does it too.
Or maybe the second, right? You know that
Dexter,
Pennsylvania
Dexter
music,
smashes to Netflix trailers.
No, none of that Spotify non-membership shit with the commercials. None of that stuff.
All right.
Have a nice ass playlist.
Well, listen, if anyone ever wondered, Pretty Ricky's #1 fan is right here. You should see his actual room. He has so many Tiger Beat posters of Spectac with his shirt off all over his room.
Posters in my room.
Let's keep it moving. JD wanted to slow things down a little bit this show. We don't want to run through a lot of topics, but there are some stuff I want to talk to you guys about. And in fact, let's talk about Sha'Carri Richardson. Are you familiar with who Sha'Carri is there?
Oh yeah, and that's fucked up. What happened?
She looks strong as fuck.
Yeah.
Look at this picture. Look at those genetics, man. What's going
posture,
on?
Everything, man.
The hair is what gets me.
Well, basically, what I put for the title is Hippie or Victim. What do we think about Sha'Carri there, Dex? Do you know the story? I'll read it.
Oh yeah, about the fact that her mother passed away and she was smoking weed and apparently she's the fastest runner in the world, and now she's not competing in the Olympics because she had a little bit of bud.
All right, so she was smoked in Oregon where it's legal, but the Anti-Doping Commission has put weed as illegal, an illegal substance. You know that. It's not something that they just added at the last minute. It's been that way forever. And you know this is one of the greatest opportunities you ever have in your life. Is weed that serious? They say it's not addictive, but I know people that can't function without it. They can't wake up and not use it. Is it that addictive, or is it that much of something that can control you or your emotions that you need to do it, even though it may jeopardize one of the greatest opportunities ever? What do you think, JD?
How I look at it, like I said, I don't smoke weed. I'm all for it. I can tell if someone can itch to it. It's an antidepressant. It's supposed to calm you down too. So it's really big in the athlete community. So I do understand where they're coming from with that. Yes, the Olympic needs to change that. We're in the 21st century. It's a worldwide thing. So, but I do understand where they're coming from, though, the itching. About that. Well, I find it addictive.
Other people have said that it helps relieve muscle tension, so you may be able to work yourself more.
There you go.
People talk about like, oh no, man, weed just slows you down. There's no way you could be fast, but there's other
like
positive properties
products
that could put you above other athletes if you smoke it. Whatever. That's one of the reasons why it's in there. You can say it's outdated, whatever you want to say. It's legal in certain states. It's not until it's completely legal. I guess it's not going to get taken off of there. So you knew the rules basically, and you chose to break them. And so we're finding out that she was raised by her grandmama. We don't really know what happened to the mother. She didn't even know their mother was dead. A reporter told her, and that's reportedly what triggered her need to get out there and take a big old 6-foot bong rip. Do you think it's justified, Dex? Hippie or victim?
I think that I don't know. I really don't know the answer to that, because at the end of the day, if her mother died and it really meant something to her, people have different ways of coping with certain things. I wouldn't say it's a victim because it's a known rule. If that's a known rule, do I think the rule should be changed? I think they could be. I don't think there's any performance enhancement in smoking weed, because if anything, you're smoking something in your lungs, you breathe less, you know what I'm saying? When you go and run, I don't think that's something that contributes to better performance, you know? But you know, it is, actually it could be, I guess, a performance enhancer, because maybe if you think better, maybe your brain functions a little bit differently, and maybe that's a performance enhancement. I don't know. I'm not going to say she's a victim, but I'm also not going to say that she is a hippie either, because those circumstances do seem kind of
all right.
dire.
So you got no opinion.
Yeah, I'm in the middle.
Check this out. People have also said, well, what about Michael Phelps? Michael Phelps, did he get anything?
Yeah, that's one thing I'm kind of not happy about.
So check
he
this.
kept his mouth shut about that.
Check this out. Michael Phelps was photographed with a bong at a party, and it was after, I think it was 8 months after the Olympics, and he was not tested for it because it was after, of course, but because he was seen with it, he was suspended as well, and then so he faced repercussions, and she was suspended as well. It just so happened that the length of her suspension was going to coincide with when she had to actually be at the Olympics. So the Michael Phelps thing is, listen, they both got penalized.
They got both penalized. I think they're two different scenarios, and I feel like I would say she would have been more of a victim if she started losing her sponsorships. But the fact that like companies like Nike said they're gonna stick with her regardless is like, that makes it a little bit less victim. It's just like, yeah, she's not in the Olympics.
You think Nike was gonna let her go? They would be boycotted into oblivion, and that's what the next question that I have for you. Are the Olympics in general this year, are the Olympics uncancelable? Like, yo, they're fire. They're like completely based. They don't care, bro. They don't care about your little whining on Twitter. Twitter is like 10% of all people are on Twitter, and that's about it. And those are the people that are making corporations lose money and change names and everything else. Olympics say, I don't care, my dude. This is the rules, and if you don't like it, be out. And there's nothing you can do about it. They're still going to be broadcast. They're still going to go on. Are the Olympics uncancelable?
I mean, it's a worldwide thing, man. It's just like, it's just a worldwide thing.
It's a worldwide thing, and
we have different values in different countries. You know what I mean? So and you have to realize, Olympic pride is when countries have a chance to go and say, fuck you, because not every country can bomb somebody else, but we sure can beat you in another sport. You sons of bitches.
Exactly. It's just like the World Cup.
But I will say this though, I saw a meme that was pretty funny. They added skateboarding to the Olympics.
Yeah, I know about that.
So if you don't think those guys are getting high, you guys are fucking crazy.
And that's that. Yo, actually, I know a lot of the dudes that made it, and they're not like it's not like skaters of the past. It's not like I mean, of course, there's gonna be some that have that. Like, I've seen Nyjah.
Nyjah is fucking amazing.
He's amazing.
Like, drink. I've seen him drink on some of his YouTube videos, and he parties, and he goes to a lot of EDM festivals. EDM is his favorite music, but I don't know if they're like weed smokers or illegal substance kind of dudes. They seem very like focused on being athletes, dude. It's crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah, I mean, they do. You know what's funny? This new breed of skaters and this new age of skaters, they do look much different than the old school skaters, because I feel like the old school skaters would drink, smoke, they fucking knock their teeth out, they fucking roll on the ground, and they would be able to deal with just fucking smacking pavement. But like, these guys, even the way they fall, the way they roll, it's the way they're built, it's like they are more of like, they're focused on being like an athlete. Like, I seen this ad on Instagram, and it's just, I forgot his name, it's one of these big skateboarders. He has these long dreads, light skinned guy, and he's like doing all types of crazy fitness routines and like talking about nootropics.
Neem or something. Yeah. I
know,
exactly.
And he's a skateboarder. You're like, wait a minute, this is the skateboarder of today? It's just like, these guys are training like every other athlete. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's crazy.
All right. So last thing I'll say about Sha'Carri, it reminded me, her body type, dude.
Don't go there. It's two different type of stallion. Don't go there.
It just reminded me that Megan Thee Stallion.
No bashing on Megan Thee Stallion.
Is going to be on the new She-Hulk series, man. Look
why not?
Is Megan Thee Stallion a She-Hulk?
Is this a joke? Or?
No, I'm serious. I swear to you.
What the fuck is She-Hulk?
She-Hulk is going to be an offshoot of the Marvel brand. I don't know. It's probably just going to be on Netflix or who knows.
That is Megan Thee Stallion.
That is Megan Thee Stallion on the left here.
Is this?
And that's She-Hulk on the right. But I don't think she's going to play She-Hulk. She's going to be part of the universe of She-Hulk.
I'm saying, I don't know what that picture is, but I don't know if that's respectful or flattering that she's like a superhero, or if that's an insult that she is.
Exactly. That's how I feel.
That's a big bate woman.
Not
You
gonna
know what
lie,
I'm
though.
saying?
My-
I still don't understand the Tory Lanez thing. Like, honestly, I said as big as that bitch is, I
Yo.
would have shot her too.
Dog, I do not get that at all. But
Me
listen,
neither.
let's keep it
I'm not
moving.
gonna lie, yo, my brain's fried. Let's make this shit quick.
Oh, okay, JD. How about would you date this hottie right here, JD? What do you think? This one right here.
I see an Adam's apple. No.
You do, Dexter? What do you think?
I don't know what JD saw, but
Yeah.
because he said it, I believe.
I do not see it.
I don't like. You know what it is. You know what it is. You know what
What?
it is. Like
What's that?
when a guy shows a picture of an attractive woman and gives no backstory and says, "Would you fuck with her?"
Yeah.
I automatically think she's a dude.
Okay, well, guess what? That's the first trans Miss Nevada.
I knew it.
Okay, and look at this. First openly transgender Miss USA contestant, because she beat out every biological woman in Nevada to make it to Miss USA. She'll be representing Miss Nevada in the USA pageant, man. So
All right. So, quick question. So,
That's
when you guys
crazy.
meet, she's I'm not bashing on that like that, but like transgender, what they just ripped off its dick, and then there's.
well, trans means many things. A lot of people are post-op, a lot of people are pre-op, but this particular young lady by the name of Cataluna Enriquez, she at 14 years old felt like they were becoming a woman, and then right after high school, chickadee chop chop, they had the operation. This is Miss Cataluna on Instagram. One of these boys to the right here was her before the operation. I'm not sure which one it was, but you can see that was in school.
I actually know
Right
a
here.
couple. I actually know a couple women in Miami like this,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, it's crazy because there's one in particular. I'm not going to say any names that I knew. She was a transgender, and I don't know if as she started to make more and more money, like she went back and got more surgeries, but whoever she went to, this motherfucker must have had the hands of God, because like what he did.
they definitely
But it's
nailed
crazy
it.
because they nailed it, and then like when she goes out, you'll see these guys like come up to her and talk to her, and I'll see her out and about, and I'm like, they have no clue, man. There's some people that just don't know, and it's just like, how does that disclosure period? Does that disclosure happen? Like, what is that? And there's a lot of things about this that are interesting, because there's stories that have happened in Miami also where transgenders have been in bathrooms, and gotten into fights with women who are biologically actually women and brutally fucked them up.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
there you go.
And you know what I'm talking? And it's like
There you
like this
go.
whole thing with sports and shit. And it's just like there's a line, right? Where if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But where do you draw the line in society where what your abilities are? Like the competing,
Yeah, and I don't
using
want to
the
be like,
bathrooms.
you're
like how does
against
that?
LGBT. No. I'm all for.
How does
their
that work?
rights. It's just it does come with certain things,
I have nothing against the
No,
whole
but that's-
that,
Me
neither.
that, but I'm
Me
just
too. I wanna
asking,
clear
like,
that
how
up
do you
real
how do
quick.
you how do you deal with that?
Everybody says I have nothing against. Okay, we get it, guys.
I know.
You don't want
You gotta
to. You
say
don't
it.
want to get canceled on Twitter. Listen, man. The point is, where do we draw the line? That is the question that you ask, and we don't know. These doctors. Let me talk about these doctors. These doctors are like mad scientists. What have they done, man? That woman right there that we just looked at. You wouldn't know that, JD. You have not seen. I guarantee you would have not seen any Adam's apple in real life if she had approached you in a darkened room.
Well, I think
at
they shave them
Swan.
too sometimes. No,
They do. There's all kinds of operations that can be had. So listen, folks, we're in for a interesting future. I think eventually we're all going to be the same color and we're all going to be the same gender at some point anyway. That's what everybody's working towards.
Did you ever see this video on YouTube with a guy that has a chart and he's breaking down women on how crazy they are based on looks? Do you remember that?
Yes, the crazy something
And again,
factor.
he
or
said,
whatever.
if you meet
I'm falling
if you
asleep.
meet a woman that's a 10,
Hey,
and she's cool,
JD.
and she's funny,
Hold on, Dex. He said he's falling asleep. You have an issue, man? What's up?
Yeah, there's more topics. Keep going.
wow, what an asshole! You're an asshole, JD, and I want you to know that. Okay, and I want this to be on the record. You make sure you do not edit this part out.
Hey, hold on. Hey,
Asshole.
Dex,
No, I'm kidding.
how many topics did you bring to the table tonight? Maybe about 3 that you brought up?
I brought about 3.
You guys
How many topics did I bring
You guys
tonight?
are taking control of this shit today.
Yeah.
Today was not the day, but I'm sucking it up. Hey, how about we talk about open relationship? What you guys thought about that? As you get older.
We talked about that last episode.
Okay.
You can't rely on that every time. Let's go to a different topic like you asked for since you're falling asleep. Let's talk about my dad again since we did talk about this last time, but there's been some new information. Guess who's going on tour? I talked about it first. I said I would be the first person to buy a ticket to go see
Bill
Daddy.
Cosby's going on a comedy tour?
Bill Cosby going on a comedy tour. This is all reportedly. It's alleged. We don't know if it's really going to happen, but he's looking to have a docuseries about his situation, and supposedly
he's broke, huh? He needs to pay
his
back the
people,
money.
his
He's not,
people
but
are
I
calling
doubt that he's broke.
a lot of clubs and seeing if they're playing. So my question is to you, Dex, a comedian, would you, 1, go see him on tour, or 2, would you open for Mr. Cosby?
Oh, okay. So here's the deal.
Oh shit.
I would have to go see what he's gonna say. I'm sorry. Like, honestly, I don't give a fuck how people react to this. I don't give a shit. I someone that's been through all of that and then went to prison and got out with that has the balls to go on a comedy tour. I just gotta hear what he's gonna say. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I gotta hear this because I want to be in the crowd and see the reaction. Like, how are you gonna laugh? Like, if he put it like this, if he can make everybody laugh, enjoy after that scenario, that motherfucker is a goddamn genius. Because I would just have to go out of curiosity. I don't care. I don't care what I don't care what no one says. I don't care. And you know what?
Jello puddings.
And about opening for him.
Yeah.
Would I open
Yes.
as a comedian for Bill Cosby? I definitely open for
Me
Bill
and
Cosby.
my wife, Camille.
Like, I mean, I might. That's pop. You know what? Because you know what? The publicity. I'm like, listen, I don't have to agree with him or agree what happened.
Nah, but that's part of the contract. You're not going to be making any jokes. You're not going to be the little smart aleck about
I can't talk shit about Bill.
No,
dude, I
hell
feel like
no.
that's a time.
You can't listen. You can't talk. You can't say bad things about like people were opening for like Backstreet Boys and they didn't like boy bands. They couldn't say stuff like it's their tour. You're there as their guest, my dude. You can't be doing that.
Yo, some women that watch this show or women that are friends of mine who see this, when they see this clip, they are going to be livid. And guess what?
Bunch of conservative women you're gonna see out there.
Listen, I'm
What was
just
I
being
gonna say?
honest. As a comedian, like that would be super controversial. But I bet you motherfuckers will know my name
It's
after
America.
that shit.
They forget after a while. Listen, so who was the chick in the Cosby Show? The girl. What was her name again?
There's a lot of girls.
the
Raven
daughter.
Simone,
No,
Lisa Bonet.
That was a teenage one, right?
Yeah,
The
Lisa
grown
Bonet,
one.
yeah.
She was
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah, I knew that would be your type.
Yeah.
Do you like her daughter, Lenny Kravitz, and her daughter,
Yeah.
Zoe? Yeah, okay, I bet you do. Well, the main thing that I forgot to tell you guys about is that you know who better watch their back is Hannibal Buress. Do you know why? Do you know why Bill Cosby went to jail basically?
I do not know.
Okay, so Hannibal Buress did a set in Philadelphia, and he kind of busted the floodgates wide open after this particular joke started gaining traction. That's when the ladies started giving their accusations.
I love Hannibal
As the
Buress.
fucking smuggest old black man public persona that I hate. This kid's on TV. Pull your pants up, black people. I was on TV in the 80s. I can talk down to you because I had a successful sitcom. Yeah, it was great women, Bill Cosby, so kind of brings you down a couple notches. I don't curse on stage. Well, yeah, you're a rapist, so...
All right, Hannibal, you think that's funny, buddy? You think that's funny? And that's kind of that clip. Like it was the goal that he had to do that in Philadelphia was basically what the whole news story is about. And then once women saw that, they're like, "It's time for me to Me Too this fool." But yeah, dude, that's the reason why people don't like Bill Cosby to begin with. Or I should say, in particular, a lot of black people don't stick up for Bill Cosby. Maybe you can, either one of you guys can attest to that. They don't like feeling inferior or that somebody is talking down to them. Exactly what
Does
Hannibal
he talk
said.
down to people? Or
He did tell people to pull up their pants and try to act normal, act right. And people don't like being told how to live.
Oh, like on some like old head type black people shit.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Yo, hold on one second, JD. I mean, look, dog. I let you look at your phone known before, honestly. But yo, don't be playing stuff, man. I'm not playing around, yo. Don't be doing that when we're in the middle of doing this, yo.
I didn't even hear that, man. I just opened.
You're sitting there looking at Instagram. We're hearing like.
I'm not looking at Instagram.
All right, man. Whatever you're looking at, bro, it's not right. It's disrespectful what we're doing right now.
Yeah,
man.
yeah. So, I never liked the Cosby Show. To be honest with you, like I would watch this sometimes growing up, and it would come on, and I'm just like, this is just boring to me. Like I get it. Like it was. I don't know. I just didn't like the Cosby Show. I loved the Fresh Prince though, because that was my equivalent. I like it was a little bit more hip, had a little bit more flair and flavor. I thought, it had the same type of message where it was like it was positive. Successful, black family or whatever. But there was a little bit more like, hipness to it, and it had a little bit more raw moments. I just didn't. I wasn't really always a fan of Bill Cosby. I didn't really like his movies that much. I didn't really like Ghost Dad that much. Same shit with his comedy. It just didn't click to me.
He's like that typical church guy that watches. That's the kind of crowd I watch. Bill Cosby, bunch of church dudes that be raping bitches too. Baptists going to church, whatever the fuck it is. Hey, I'm not trying to come out religion, but he was boring, bro. He was just catered.
Yeah, Bill Cosby low key was a boring ass. It was boring.
For
me, it was boring,
bro.
I get it. It was positive messages.
Basically, people don't want to take
him.
accountability for themselves, so they place the blame on other people. I get it, just like you guys are doing. So I understand.
Wait,
why
hold
Mr.
on.
Cosby
What do you mean,
felt
you
that way.
guys? What do you mean, you people?
I said both of you guys decided he was boring and telling people what to do. So that's fine.
No, I'm saying I thought
he got away from a different era.
Boring. I just thought the shows are boring. I just thought that.
Once again, it's a generational thing because I kind of like didn't get into good times when that was out.
Me and my wife,
but the Cosby Show hit me at my prime, and that it definitely kind of helped raise me. So I love the Cosby Show.
That.
So let me guess. You used to watch it with your little knee down in front of the big.
Was the Cosby Show better than the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
No, I love the Fresh Prince also, but
it's cool.
Fresh Prince was more so kind of like a coming of age thing for me. Cosby Show was kind of like a molding thing, so that's what it was. All right, man. Listen, JD is running out of steam. He might fall asleep on the couch right now. So let's get to the final thing that Dex actually brought to my attention. This was an incident that happened in New York City, folks. I want you to check out this and see what you would have done in this. This is the police questioning this guy about something that happened.
The bitch started throwing shit out the window and hitting my car. So I'm following him to find out what's going on.
He's already
when
acting.
I get out the car, he swings a bat at me. I duck and I punch him. We start fighting. She swings a bat at me, so I get out. I punch her too. Then she stabbed me with whatever she had in her hand. You keep saying that, but what do you want to do about it? I don't want to do nothing. I'm gonna handle this myself. I'm good. Y'all can go home. I'm good.
Yo, this fool just gave the full scenario. He hit him with the play-by-play. He might have had a telestrator up there.
Oh man!
And then the cop said, "So what do you want to do?" That's the funniest part to me is that the cop said, "Yo, dog, how many times you want to tell this story? What do you want to do about it?" And he's like, "Nothing. I'm gonna take care of it." Dex, do you know about this particular person here? Have you ever seen him before?
It's funny because I actually went to college with that guy. I went to college with that guy, a fucking Hove, and it's funny because I feel like he was doing like criminal justice or some shit, like he was gonna be a cop his damn self. It was just funny watching it because he's kind of built like one, but I don't know if that's what he does now. But I don't remember. But I remember back in college, he always had a do-rag on. He's like some I think he might be some Puerto Rican, Dominican dude from the Bronx or whatever. But or Brooklyn. I don't know. It might have been Brooklyn or the Bronx, whatever. But it's just funny because seeing him, he sounds, looks, and acts exactly the same he did back when we was in college. Like, I feel like I've seen him give that same play-by-play in the cafeteria one time. You know what I'm saying?
Like some cafeteria.
No. Like I'm pretty sure Hove. I remember Hove. I remember he was on some shit like that back when. And I just think it's hilarious because I know people from school are probably seeing this and they're fucking laughing hysterically because that's how he acted, and like I guess he still keeps it 100 because even the cops, you can't say he don't keep it real because he gave a play-by-play about beating the shit out of some dude and then hitting some chick that had a bat. And then told the cops, you know what, fuck it. Y'all not doing shit. Get out. I'm going to go home. He just told cops on their shift, just go home. I'm going to take care of this myself.
Yeah, and I'm sure they were happy to go home after that. Hopefully,
I think that's
hopefully
hilarious.
he's okay.
That was some New York
and hopefully
shit.
he doesn't get arrested in retaliation and everything
Shout out
else.
to Hove, man. You still doing it.
What's his
Shout
name?
out to
Hove.
him.
10 years later, 12.
Name is Hobbes.
Who knows? Why are people named Wheezy outside of Lil Wayne? We don't know these things. People just get their little nicknames, and that's what sticks. All right, man. That's been Complete Animals, episode 8. We're going to run through Dex Hobbes. It's your chance to give those plugs that we all love to hear about. Where are you playing at tonight and the rest of the weekend? And what else do you want to talk about?
Okay, actually, tonight I'm actually taking off this weekend. I'm going to be just working on some music, and I'm actually doing some stuff with the move and working on Drip Ninja Club, www.dripninjaclub.com. We're doing a relaunch of our membership program and our site this weekend. It's a big project. Very, very proud of that. And then next weekend, I am back playing again at the Sylvester. And I believe Le Rouge. Got to confirm that. But last time I checked, I was actually booked at Le Rouge. And I'm doing again the Sylvester the following week. It's going to be awesome. I'm really looking forward to playing all of that good old open format. Again, check out www.dripninjaclub.com. Dex Hobbes on Instagram. You know the deal.
All right, well, you can come check me out at Sylvester this weekend since you're off.
Yeah, I will definitely do that.
JD, what you got going on?
For this weekend?
In general, man, what do you want to tell the people before we get out of here?
I got nothing to talk about, but I'll get to the point. I think Adriana Lima or Arena Shake is way better than Kim Kardashian. I want to hear it. Yeah. Okay. I just feel like being an asshole right now. I got nothing in my mind, real. That was in my plan today. They took over the show. I had an interesting, decent weekend. 4th of July was pretty interesting. I learned to not drink frosés or else I black out quick. So that's it. I didn't have a pretty thrilled weekend. So, yeah.
Yeah, JD just looked at my notes from a topic that I had just on deck. It was an evergreen topic that I could have used, and he just wasted it. So that's fine.
Let's get to the point. Let's ask the public. What
typical
do you guys think?
JD. That's fine. We're not going to talk about that now. But, folks, you can find me at DJ Wonder everywhere. Remember, tonight I'm at the Sylvester, tomorrow at Baby Jane. If you happen to be in Miami, just hit me up on my Instagram at DJ Wonder. And the most important thing, youtube.com/DJ Wonder. Hit subscribe, please, and tell a friend. Pass it on to somebody. What's up, Dex? Did you want to say something?
I got one more thing to say.
Go ahead.
For all the ladies out there that are full of shit, get your life together. That's all I got to say, because y'all is annoying.
If not,
hey,
Dex will write a long Instagram story about you. Guaranteed.
Oh, that wasn't about any woman in particular. That was about family. You know what I'm saying? Like that Vin Diesel shit. Like, who needs gravity when you have family? I just thought of something. These women out here, okay, love to waste people's time, okay, and stop wasting goddamn time. And when I say waste time, I mean there's people out here that actually have things going on in their life, and they have things that they're trying to accomplish. So don't sit there and have me pencil you in, okay, to go and fucking drop the ball and do some other dumb shit, all right, and waste my fucking time. Because you know what? Listen, I'm not that pressed to hang out with you anyway.
Everybody watching right now, if you made it through that entire thing, I must have got really lazy at editing the end of this, and I just left it in.
You just left it in.
If you saw all of that, consider yourself lucky, because I just fell asleep probably editing that thing. But go ahead, JD. Say what you wanted to say real quick before you fall asleep yourself.
I don't feel the same way as Dex. That's how I look at it. Friend zone be the best zone. It's peaceful over there. I love it, baby. And ladies, if a guy daps you and you guys used to have a thing going on, just know it's over. If I see you and I dap you, I say, what up, kid?
Friend zone is the best zone. It's actually true. You know why? I'm going to tell you why. You know what? There's
we've run out of time.
Are we out of time?
How about you guys talk about it off the air? This guy has somebody to pick up at the airport or something. I don't know. Maybe his shift is starting.
All right, you know what?
I don't know. Maybe he has some more Instagram stuff to look at while we're recording.
I actually want to talk about the friend zone next week.
Anyway, that's been Complete Animals episode 8. Whatever, blah, blah, blah. JD, you did not do a good job today. That's all I got to say.
I sure didn't. I love y'all, though.
You might be the last time. It might be the last time you ever see him. I'll tell you that much. All right. Peace.
Fired, yeah.